As a Western-trained musician, I'm very respectful that I could not authentically incorporate much Chinese music. But like many other music theatre composers, I had to evoke the feeling of Chinese themes, and I had to evoke that our audience were going to travel through time in China. So I used pentatonic scales, and I tried to be very respectful language-wise of Chinese sayings and incorporate where I could some Chinese into the voiceovers and into the music that the children were singing.
很久以前，中国有个皇帝住在金莲里。Once long ago in China, lived an emperor in a golden palace. 一个聪明的好皇帝 ，a wise and good emperor.
Integrating Chinese elements into this show couldn't just be sound-wise, and I was very conscious that my son's school has a Chinese language program. I was especially drawn straight away to the idea of counting, which is part of the youngest levels of Chinese language learning here. And I was looking for other elements that I could put in, and that included an explanation of the story in Chinese and also set decorations that had Chinese symbols and writing operating.
Wake, Your Majesty, wake, Your Majesty, wake, Your Majesty, wake up, Your Majesty.
We have a huge variety of nationalities represented in our school, and the Asian and Chinese culture is part of that.
To be able to focus on something that has a common theme like this is really important for the way in which children are able to combine the values of different cultures and see that there is one single link between them all. One of our school values is unity, and I think this really does provide that link to that particular school value.
China will rejoice, 'cause we are loud of voice. Empress cannot fight in wars and war, they do restore and so. You cannot lead armies wearing super jammies. You cannot lead armies wearing super jammies. China will rejoice, 'cause we are loud of voice.
I'm hoping that the Chinese community in Australia will feel that I've treated the subject matter with respect, and I've certainly spoken through many elements of this with members of the Chinese community and good friends who are Chinese. So I'm feeling quite confident that I haven't offended people in the way I've treated this subject matter.
The language that we have at Park Hill is Chinese, Mandarin, and to have a music production like this really complements the program. And you would have seen within the program the way the children were able to relate to not just the language, but also some of the customs and culture of the Chinese. So it really does reinforce that learning of the language in a meaningful way.
Being in a show like Soft Turk Can Be Better is about immersion in the culture that's beyond just putting on a show or singing a song that is about a Chinese emperor. It's immersion not just in the finished product, but in coming towards it, and how important it is to be part of that other culture for that time.
Me, it's all about me. Or maybe it's about Chinese tea. We are doctors, so we must use both loudness and a medicinal approach. Merchants have come from lands afar, guided by the morning star, bringing fine tea from Zanzibar. They have come to treat the emperor.
The most important thing about this project has been that I want to excite these young students who aren't Chinese about Chinese culture and about Chinese language, so that when they go back into the classroom, they'll have a fond memory of what Chinese culture can be like, and that they've been storytellers and sympathetic to Chinese culture.
What is all this sleeping fuss? It is plain for us to see that the emperor must just simply drink our famous Chinese tea. We see the jasmine tea in a bigger pot of oolong. When you drink that, then you'll see that the emperor won't sleep too long. We all agree it's good to see just like the emperor was. Then more until the China comes down to we see it falls upon the concept accepting the world. We all agree it's right to say just like the emperor drink our tea.